Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Toku Topics. Today I'm finally taking a look at the last figure released in 2021 for the Lightning Collection that it only took me nearly 5 months into 2022 to get, the Target exclusive Mighty Morphin Ninja White Ranger. So even though Ninja Blue and Black were kind of the first wave of these 3 waves of ninjas we're getting, Pink and White have been shipping out and have been spotted in US Targets for the last week and a half or so. So Pink is on the way, that should be here actually on the day that you're seeing this video, I believe. But this is finally here from Target.com, and mine is okay. Mine seems to be fine. This one has had a lot of problems. A lot of problems. The Ninja Rangers have had just like the worst quality control that I have ever seen on the Lightning Collection, and that's saying something. So we will talk about those problems, and we'll talk about how my figure fares with those problems. But this figure, I believe, might still be in stock on Target's website.com, whatever. So if it is, I will leave that in the description below for you guys to check that out. It has not shipped from Hasbro Pulse yet. In fact, it just got delayed on Hasbro Pulse till like June. So this figure was out, and I think it was Thailand got it first, or Vietnam, somewhere like that. Got it back in like early December, and then the UK had it and stuff like that, and I think Canada has it as well. But it has finally released here. And I'm really excited for this because this is the first of the Ninja Rangers I've been able to get of the 4 that are out right now, and we're getting 3 more as we saw during the Fan First Tuesday. And I think that these look really good. They are pinless, they have new neck joints, they are kind of a new sculpt. They just look really good, and I'm really excited to have them all, not to have any problems. So yeah. Also, in the background, you might have seen this. This was first debuted in last night's Tyrannosaurus Century video. This was a really cool custom gift given to me by my friend Billy, who helped me get the Tyrannosaurus Century. So you'll be seeing that in the background of Lightning Collection reviews now, because I think it just kind of adds, just something to the background, even though it definitely gets blended into the white wall. But, I thought it's cool, and I knew people were going to ask me about it, so... But yes, the Ninja White Ranger. So obviously, we can see in here, you get 3 different head sculpts with this guy, so it's definitely a little bit different. You get a kind of, I think it might be a reused effect piece, it might not be. Those are actually, it's a lot more opaque than I was expecting in person as well. You get Tom Whalen artwork of Tommy, you can just see his eyes. So obviously it's another Tommy figure, which I think, have we not had one since Mighty Morphin Green in Wave 7? I think it actually has been a good amount of time, because we don't have a metallic White Ranger yet. There's not much of the artwork there. It's just kind of a big void of Tommy in the ninja garments and stuff. You did get the really cool Falcon coin down there, and I'm really happy that we have been confirmed now that we've seen all of these, that all of these are going to be single released ninjas that are going to be able to line up and have a really cool artwork of all 6 or 7 ninjas if you're going to get both versions of Pink. And on the back, you get a lot of stuff, which says, poses require support in like 1,000 languages. So it definitely looks a little bit more busy of a Lightning Collection box than we're used to on the back. And you can see how they want us to use this as a kicking effect, which we will try to do that with a Tenga Warrior. I want to see him kick a Tenga. So, yeah, really cool. So, I love these ninja figures a lot. I was never, like, the hugest fan of these in the show or even in the 95 movie, but I just think Hasbro killed it with these figures, so I've been really excited about these. And the more I see them, they just look so good as a whole crew, and they're going to go great with Tengas. But yeah, this is from Season 3, or the movie. You can kind of pretend it's from both. It's definitely marketed to be more of a Season 3 figure than it is a 95 movie figure, but with that head, you can kind of argue that it is. So, let's go ahead and open this up and take a look at Ninja White. Alright, so here's Ninja White out of the box. Mine has 2 left hands. So, I just realized that as I took everything out of the box, that no, mine was not spared from this, ridiculousness. Mine does have 2 left fists. So that's cool. Yeah, I don't know what happened with these. Whoever put these together was just, like, not paying any attention for these figures. So if you've not seen the problems with these, where do I begin? Mine, at least, is good, primarily good. I've seen some horrible paint problems with these, which I'll address. I've seen some horrible problems to where, like, you've had Tommies without this piece on the mask at all. You've had figures without this head even coming with it. You've had figures where it's broken inside of the box. Interestingly enough, and I went back to check, I had somebody on Twitter tag me on Lightning Fig PR to say that they had gotten a Ninja White in the mail the other day with 2 right hands, and mine has 2 left hands. So, hey, we got each other's hand. So, I can't. What the hell, man? So that definitely is going to bring this down a little bit for me, because I don't have his right hand. And these are a little bit different. They kind of feel like they're maybe a little bit different hands in terms of the like typical ones that we get. They feel a little bit more glossier, a different kind of plastic feel. So, I mean, the point of the matter is, like, yes, I can swap his hand, which I'm terrified to do. I'm terrified to do anything with this figure, because not only is it already terrifying to hope that you get everything with it and that you get everything correctly and good, but then these figures have really bad problems in terms of breaking. I've seen broken hand pegs the second you try to mess with these. The joints terrify me. There's some joints on this I was trying to crack a little bit before I, showed off the figure on camera, and there's some that I just will absolutely refuse to move on this figure until I can apply some heat to it and just be very careful, because, like, especially in his knees, this guy does not want to move yet, and I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it, but this figure feels not cheap, but like it almost feels like a knockoff, if that makes any kind of sense. And you'll kind of see this when I look into it closer and I kind of give you guys a better look at it, which I can just do now. So sculpting wise, it's very good. Like, I really like how they've captured the look of these guys. They're Rangers, but like they're kind of like an intermediate form. It's really neat. They're a really cool design, and I'm happy that we're getting figures of them. And so they've kind of given these new joints, sort of. I mean, they still have the same kind of Lightning Collection joints in terms of like the same places, but obviously it's a little bit of a different sculpt to it. But like, it just kind of looks weird. Like, doesn't that elbow joint just kind of look strange to you? It looks like he's just missing a whole chunk of his elbow. I don't know. Like, I guess kind of in the knee too, but it's just weird. I don't really know how to describe it. That's just kind of the way that Hasbro decided to design this particular figure. I don't think it looks so bad on my left arm, although you get like these lines, which I just kind of nudged the camera there by accident, but you get these like lines there. But like, this one just looks, I don't know, it looks strange to me. Like, I don't really know how to describe it. This is the actual one that I can bend. This one actually does want to move. This one does not fully want to move. It only wants to move on one of the double joints there. Yeah, not doing that yet. So, obviously it's supposed to be able to move there. This is kind of a rubber piece on top of a typical, not even really typical, it's kind of molded in there a little bit too, kind of Lightning Collection chest joint. So it does rotate there. You do still have that bend there, even though you really can't see it. You really can't take much of a use of it, but it is still kind of there. I can't tell if this is on a joint or if it's just pegged in there strangely. Well, maybe a little bit. Yeah, okay. It is on a joint. I guess I could classify that as a joint. Is it on a peg? Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. You can definitely move this around. I just was careful, or wanting to be careful with that. So the problems in terms of paint that people have been having is there's been a lot of like black little splotches all over these guys from just kind of how they applied it to like the belt and on here. I think mine actually turned out pretty good in terms of getting all those little diamonds painted. They did a really good job with the gold trim and all those diamonds all over the place, even though they have the incorrect amount of diamonds down here. The female ones are correct, but the male ones are incorrect in terms of how many diamonds they have down there. I honestly don't care, if I'm going to be honest. This doesn't really line up very well in terms of like the wrinkles. There's really not a spot to get it to where it lines up perfectly. Maybe something kind of like that, but you still kind of get a little bit of breaks in it. I'm not really sure if that's just mine or if that's just kind of how it is in general. The joint is starting to crack right there on mine, so I'm terrified of that just splitting open someday. This leg, I can kind of get the joints to work. That right there absolutely does not want to move at all. It's supposed to be able to. Oh, jeez. Okay, I don't want to do it. No, I gotta apply pressure. Nope, force. Nope, not that. Heat to the joint and not destroy it. The boots can rotate there. I know I don't usually go over full Lightning Collection articulation anymore because it's pretty standard, but like, and it still is on this one. I just wanted to kind of demonstrate it a little bit. So I can kind of have him kick like one way there, just to have a little bit of it. And this leg, okay, I was able to get that joint. I wasn't able to get that one to move before. So this one is the opposite, where it doesn't want to move there yet, but I'll get it eventually. Yeah, I don't know. Just be careful. Be careful with any of these, but like, just be careful. and look, if you can find them in stores, check before you buy it to make sure yours is okay paint-wise and everything. Obviously, I usually get my Lightning figures online, so I'm always taking that chance that you're going to get one with two left fists. So he's supposed to have a right fist and a left fist, or maybe you'll get two right fists and two left fists. Who knows? But you get that. But here's everything he comes with, if he wants to stand. So His other hands, which I think I have the correct hands, you have a karate chop hand for each of them, so I'm going to just swap his left hand to that, because I don't think there's going to be really anything I can do about that to actually get him, or to get him a proper right hand, so I'll swap the right hand. But yeah, so here's everything else you get. So you get 2 other head sculpts, which is really cool. So it's supposed to either mimic either the movie, to where he doesn't have the whole ninja wrap around his head, or whatever that's supposed to be. Which I think I got a good look at it before, but we're going to be swapping it soon. So there is a nice look at it. I do even like the paint that they got there on the diamond. Looks really nice. But basically, in the show, when they first turn into the Ninja Rangers, they have like this form where they get the headband, then they get like the mouth guard, and then they get like the full garment. So you are able to recreate that, which is really cool. That is something that you can do, because it's one of those things where we usually get civilian heads of Lightning Collection figures, and I think that this one really takes advantage of that. So let's see how easy this is going to be. So, all right. So you do have a new joint there, which we sort of had debuted with this one. We've had it in a couple of figures since then. Much more of the recent figures have this. I want to say, I can't remember if Finster had it or not, but I know that the Ninja Turtles have that joint. Phantom Ranger has this joint. Dino Charge Pink has this joint. And there might be somebody else, but I don't know if it's going to be like the full-on standard going forward, but the Ninjas do have this to where it's just a ball joint inside of here. So we'll go ahead and start with the original, just no Ninja anything Tommy head, which actually went on there pretty good, pretty easily. Now, in the original promo shots, a lot of people were like, that doesn't look like Tommy at all. I think I kind of see it in the final product. I don't think it's the best Tommy head sculpt we've gotten compared to like the Mighty Morphin Green or even the original Mighty Morphin White one. The Mighty Morphin Green one is very good, which is also the same one that they used for the Foot Soldier Tommy. We did get a Tommy before, since Mighty Morphin Green. We got that one. But yeah, so this one, I think it's solid enough. Now, I've seen some people to where he has like a bunch of dirt on his nose, where he has like a big circle. Mine has like a tiny little dot of paint there, which I don't care. It doesn't bother me that much. I've definitely seen some ones where it looks like he just kind of fell into the mud and there's just dirt all over his nose and on his cheeks and everything, as I just whacked the camera. But I think mine looks pretty solid nonetheless. I do like that headband. It's different than the one we had. It's almost kind of like a mixture between the two that we've had before, because it's almost like the head with the ponytail and everything from like the Mighty Morphin White figure, and then like the headband that we kind of had sort of with the Mighty Morphin Green and Foot Soldier Tommy one. So I do really like that. And that went on there pretty good. So I'm happy that this new neck joint is it feels a little less scary to swap. So then to get the kind of intermediate one, we slide this collar piece on first. So very similar to, who had that one before, like Doggy or something from Wave 1. And this might be my favorite appearance of it, to be honest. That was also kind of the movie look, by the way, without anything on there. This one looks pretty cool, though. I do like being able to see the eyes, and you get the headband still, and you get the kind of more wraps around. I don't know, this just looks pretty cool. I definitely like that, and it's going to be fun to have the whole team like this, because I'm really happy that Hasbro's including these exact same types of heads with all of the Ninja Rangers, so we're going to be able to get this look across the board. And yeah, I definitely do like that. So I will probably display it like this, or with this head. I just do really like the original head that it comes with as well. But yeah, the last thing to show off is this effect piece. Oh yeah, this is completely new. So I thought this was sort of a repaint of the staff one that we got with In Space Black, and also that we got with Piranha's head. Oh, but no, this is completely new. This is definitely specifically made to be a kicking one. So it just kind of has that appearance of that staff one, the kind of sickle-looking sort of. It almost kind of looks like a sickle to me or something, a kind of curved pattern. So you get this in kind of a creamy off-white color, which I think looks pretty neat. So they want you to basically put the foot in, I think this way, so that way he's kicking, or do they want it the other way? Do they want it the other way? I'm not exactly sure. Because he'd be kicking, well, no, he'd be kicking like outwards, so it'd be like a swipe up or something. So you can kind of have him kick somebody like that. Kind of get this pose for as much as I can currently move the figure. So we'll kind of try to get him up like that, and then if we can grab a good old Season 3 baddie, we'll grab a Tango Warrior. You can have Tommy kind of kick one, which I should grab a stand for this, but this is kind of the best one we'll do for right now. Right now the Tango just kind of looks like what? I guess I'm being kicked. But yeah, there is Tommy with two right hands, or two left hands. I keep getting that swapped around. Two left hands, kicking a Tenga warrior, sort of. he's given a lot of effort. The Tenga just doesn't really care. But that's really going to do it for the Lightning Collection Ninja White Ranger figure. It's fine. It's definitely a pretty good one. I think I lucked out for the most part. Besides the two left hands, I definitely did not luck out in that department. But next up, I should be taking a look at Ninja Pink, which I don't think has had as many problems, I think, as the Ninja White figure. And I haven't really seen a ton of problems on Ninja Black or Blue. Yeah, the Ninjas are a bunch. They're definitely a bunch of figures. But they're really cool if you can get ones that don't look terrible, don't break, and come with everything, which is not something I should have to say. But for these ones, I absolutely have to say it. But if you can find all those and meet all that criteria, then it's fantastic, and I highly recommend it, as I do with a lot of Lightning Collection figures. But that's going to do it for this video review of him, and like I said, Ninja Pink will be coming up on the channel as soon as it arrives. And until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LightningRangerKey or at LightningFigPR, and I'll see you all next time.